people, welcome to Blu UK Jazz Dance. This is me at the front showing a picture of my excellence in 2011, part of the publicity of Mixed Movement, amazing Mixed Movement festival that took place. And one of the key things is I've got together and gathered photographs to show my excellence, and part of my work has been in 2020, my vision is to continue. My goal was to bring people an insight into Blu UK jazz dance culture. And that culture is very unique because basically I was born in 1964 in the slums of West Side to a Jamaican father born in 1935 and a Grenadian mother who was born in 1942. What's the uniqueness of this was in that period very few Jamaican Grenadians got together and had children at that time. So I'm one of a few people from Jamaican and Grenadian culture. That changed my early learning, was different to other peoples that I met from Jamaican culture of Barbadian, because most people married within their cultural range of people that. And what happened, I wanted to give people an insight that what happens, I'm here to bridge gaps, to fill gaps in the world of UK jazz dance around the globe. Most people don't know UK jazz dance is an umbrella term for a number of UK underground jazz dance styles, and they're unique to the heritage, the cultural heritage of the dancer. So basically, where did I get my first early steps from? I would have got it from the DNA of my parents, and then the development of my early learning. I got steps from my mother and got steps from my father and their communities, their relatives, their communities. Like I said, my mum's Grenadian, my dad's Jamaican. My mum was very much around Grenadians, so was my dad around Jamaicans. So I had a totally different upbringing to everybody else. So my early learning was very different, my child learning was very different, and my adolescence learning was different, and how I developed myself is different. I trained myself to become a lecturer on dance, and the first thing I talked about culture, but I had to summarize Caribbean culture. For me, to give you an understanding, it's a blueprint. It tells you about my artistic development, musical development, literary development, culinary development, political, social development, physical, intellectual, cultural, emotional, spiritual development. What people need to know, when you get to advanced level, which I am, of dancing, what happens, you have to deepen people's understanding. And who you understand, you have to deepen your own understanding. I realized that dance was a PhD subject. I very much, from very early on, realized the importance of being involved in dance education of my own art forms, because dance education, my parents gave me a particular dance education they've seen in their own communities. And from traveling, my dad was in America from 55 to 61. He's seen a different type of dance education in the South. My father lived. He's seen racism at the highest level that you could ever want to see, and he's seen it in Jamaica. He's seen colonialization. Then he came to Britain in 61. He was in Hull first, and then he eventually came to Manchester. And he came to Manchester because Manchester had was a amazing cultural sector for West Indians and Jamaicans people, and Jamaicans and Africans living side by side. Basically, it was like a New York. It was like a Brooklyn. That's what my father saw. He was in Hull with his brother. Very few black people, opportunities to engage in culture. My dad had been in America for 55, 61 with blacks, living on a kibbutz with many different type of islands. He loves culture. My mum loved culture, and they gave that to me, and they told me to have pride in it and to value it. What happened, I created this art form, UK jazz dance, which is unique to me and my cultural development. Do you understand? And what happened was, when I looked up around the world, no UK jazz dancer is celebrating their cultural heritage development and talking about how the dance was influenced by spiritual and social dances of the past that are in the Caribbean and in America. And what happens, because we haven't got information, what's happened is people just coming from perpetuating the dance from a commercial perspective, which was the